Safe sandblasting in steam turbines, protecting rotors and diaphragms. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Engineer Ma. Today, we're going deep into one of the most critical maintenance procedures in turbine overhaul, sandblasting, and why pressure control is essential to protect delicate components like rotors and diaphragms. 1. Introduction to sandblasting. Sandblasting, also known as abrasive blasting, is the process of cleaning or preparing surfaces using high-speed abrasive materials, usually propelled by compressed air. It removes corrosion, old coatings, or deposits that build up over time in the harsh operating environment of steam turbines. Hammer and wrench visuals. Rotor covered in rust and scale. Diaphragm with solidified deposits. Blasting nozzle in action. Left-pointing magnifying glass. Key purpose: clean turbine parts before inspection or reassembly. Prepare surface for coating or NDT, non-destructive testing. Ensure smooth operation and efficiency. 2. Components that undergo sandblasting. In turbine maintenance, the following parts are commonly blasted to remove surface contaminants. Memo 1. Steam turbine rotor. Rotors are the heart of a turbine. Must be cleaned without damaging blade profiles or rotor body. Memo 2. Diaphragms. Diaphragms hold the stationary blades. Any erosion or pitting can affect turbine efficiency and flow path. Memo 3. Casing internals. Sandblasting helps remove rust and scale from inner casing walls. Memo 4. Other parts. Glands seal areas. Bearing pedestals, only if necessary and masked properly. 3. Importance of pressure control in sandblasting. Now let's come to the most critical part of this video, pressure control. Why must we keep pressure low while blasting delicate turbine parts? Pushpin. Key reasons. 1. Avoid surface erosion. High pressure can remove metal along with deposits. This alters blade geometry or sealing surfaces. 2. Prevent microcracks. Overblasting at high velocity can introduce stress and cracks. 3. Protect fine machined surfaces. Blade roots, shaft journals, and sealing strips need intact geometry. Chart with downward trend. Recommended pressure range. For turbine rotors and diaphragms, 2.5 to 3.5 bar, 36 to 50 psi. Never exceed 4 bar, especially on diaphragms or final machined parts. 4. Choosing the right abrasive material. The abrasive media you choose matters just as much as the pressure. The wrong choice can destroy your components. White heavy checkmark. Recommended media. Fine aluminum oxide. Glass beads, for softer cleaning. Crushed walnut shells, eco-friendly, soft. No anthracene. Avoid. Steel shot or steel grit for turbine components. Coarse sand or reused media. Hammer and wrench why glass beads or aluminum oxide? They are less aggressive. Provide uniform finish. Reduce risk of material loss. 5. Blasting setup and PPE. A safe and effective sandblasting operation starts with a proper setup. Shield operator PPE. Blast suit. Helmet with air supply. Gloves and safety boots. Ear protection. Gear setup parameters. Nozzle diameter, 6 to 8 mm for controlled flow. Distance, keep 6 to 12 inches from component. Angle, always blast at 45 degrees, not directly. Bar chart. Pressure regulator must be installed before the nozzle. Stop sign, section 6. Common mistakes that damage turbine parts. Let's look at common mistakes that technicians often make, and what the consequences are. Crossmark mistake number 1, using high pressure. Can round off blade edges. Erodes sealing fins. Creates imbalance in rotor. Crossmark mistake number 2, unfiltered abrasive. Reused media may contain contaminants. Leaves surface impurities. Crossmark mistake number 3, direct nozzle contact. Reduces component life. Causes pitting or deformation. Crossmark mistake number 4, not masking sensitive areas. Shaft journals, oil seal lands, and keyways must be protected. 7. Step-by-step safe sandblasting procedure. Here's a step-by-step process for blasting turbine parts safely. Small blue diamond. Step 1, pre-cleaning. Wipe off oil, grease, and large deposits. Use solvent cleaning if needed. Small blue diamond. Step 2, masking. Use aluminum foil or rubber covers for critical surfaces. Small blue diamond. Step 3, set air pressure. Begin from 2 bar, increase slowly as required. Monitor with gauge at nozzle end. Small blue diamond. Step 4, blasting. Keep moving the nozzle to avoid heat buildup. Follow blade profiles. Take frequent breaks. Small blue diamond. Step 5, final rinse. Use compressed air to remove abrasive residues. Inspect under light for damage. Case studies. Let's look at real-world turbine damage caused by incorrect blasting practices. Round pushpin. Case study 1, rotor blade erosion. A technician used 7 bar pressure with steel grit. Result, blade root profile was altered. Consequence, rotor imbalance and vibration. Case study 2, diaphragm microcracking. Glass bead blasting done at 5 bar. Result, hairline cracks developed on blade rings. Consequence, unit tripped after few hours of operation. Always follow OEM guidelines and low pressure limits. 9. OEM guidelines and best practices. Every turbine manufacturer provides guidelines on sandblasting. Here's a consolidated list of common practices. White heavy checkmark general guidelines. Pressure, max 3.5 bar. Angle, 45 degrees. Nozzle movement, continuous, no dwelling. Media, fresh, filtered, and dry. Post-blast inspection, always under good lighting. Record blasting time, media used, pressure settings. Before and after photos for QA. Cleaning methods. Air blow followed by vacuum cleaning. Dry cloth wipe. Preservation. Light oil spray on rotor surface. Store in dry area with desiccant. Never leave parts exposed after blasting. Tips from experienced technicians. Here are some golden rules shared by seasoned turbine engineers and technicians. Golden tips. 1. When in doubt, blast softer. 2. It's cleaning, not cutting. 3. Mask more than you think is needed. 4. Blasting is art, pressure is your paintbrush.